to the story of the first Puerto Rican female to qualify for the Olympic Games. Our Alanis Quinones brings us her journey and how she rode her way to the top.
Back in 2016, she didn't classify for the Olympics. 5 years later, she becomes the first Puerto Rican female to classify for the Olympic Games in the rowing sport.
Ever since I opened my Instagram account, it said I'm training to be the first Puerto Rican female to go to the Olympics. And it really means a lot to me because everything I do, every little success that I've had, I've always carried with me that I'm female, I'm Latina, and I'm Puerto Rican, and I think it means a lot to me, and it's all done for the Puerto Rican female.
This qualifier was supposed to happen last year, but the pandemic hit and the event got canceled 3 weeks before. The plans took a twist that led this athlete back to another passion, her medical studies. I
had allotted 2 years off of my medical training to do this and go to the Olympics, and those years were coming up in September of last year, and so I was put in a position where I was like, we're in the middle of a pandemic, I'm training to be a physician, I want to help people, don't want to just sit around and wait until see if the Olympics are going to happen or not. So I saw myself in a position where I needed to go back. During last summer, she had surgery rotations that exposed her to 16 hours in a hospital. Although it cost her a bit in her training, she quickly got back on track. Even going to the qualifier, there was this added thing where the qualifier was supposed to happen in 3 days. And because of COVID, the Minister of Health of Rio decided that after Friday, at 5 p.m. there was to be no events. So our finals were supposed to be Saturday morning, and so even that was changed. They squished all the event into 2 days. They moved the finals into Friday afternoon. Toro has become a role model for so many female athletes trying to make it. One of them is a young athlete who reminded her of herself a few years back when she didn't qualify for the Olympics. I had the privilege of training with a girl who now is in the same position for Peru. This was her first time trying and she didn't make it, but she's around the same age that I was when I didn't make it. And I'm like, just you'll get through it. You just gotta get back to training and keep doing it, and eventually you'll make it. But I think with regards to the whole pandemic and the changing scenario, one thing that I learned and I practiced a lot in this competition is about mental strength. The Olympic Games are scheduled to happen this summer, but a lot of expenses are required, and this is why this athlete asked for your help through her GoFundMe. We'll definitely stay tuned for her development this year, and we wish her the best of luck. Reporting from Puerto Rico, Alanis Quinones.